Hey everyone, welcome. What you see over here is a pretty much an empty bin. Just got some shredded paper in it. Doesn't even have any moisture in it, but it's got the date of September 27th on it. And if you make your way over to my active worm bins, September 27th is the same day as when we launched off this bin over here, kind of a small bin. And for a while now I've been promising that we would get these guys into a larger container. That's the reason I use this little mini label here. It's just a temporary label for the temporary housing. But we're finally going to get these little guys moved into a good sized container, a full size bin. So I'm going to put a glove on and assist with the move over into the new location. So let's get started. I'm going back and forth. To me, it just seems like the smaller bottle alone might be enough to dampen all this paper in here. But then again, it might not make all the paper very damp. So maybe I should just dump this entire contents of this bottle into here. I don't know. It seems like I could use a good amount of moisture, and I wouldn't want to just put worms in here without first applying some dampness. So I'm just dumping it in. Eventually the plastic that's covering the little green container now, we'll just put that right back on top to cover this worm population's situation. So it's this, let's bring this over here. So it's this plastic cover that I think should do okay for covering things up. So I guess before we can empty the green container, we got to remove some of these tops. Plastic covering I think we'll reuse. I think same for this newspaper top covering. We can just use all these things right when we right after we get them relocated into their new home. So the story with these worms is that they're like a select population of adult worms getting extracted from another African nightcrawler system where babies are kind of coming online. So making room for the babies, getting the adults out. And over the course of 3 haul outs from the other container into here, we've collected something in the neighborhood of, I think the rough number estimate that I've got going so far is somewhere around 450. So there's not much going on here. I wasn't going to pick it out bit by bit or anything like that. I just thought maybe I could just do it in kind of a felt swoop, swing over the container, and try not to have stuff fly all over the place. Just got to do it quick, right? Don't hesitate. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was scary. I could imagine just everything going over and all over the place. So I'm just glad it didn't. Okay, so I'm just going to scrape whatever's in here out. It's not a whole lot, and it doesn't look like there's any worms stuck to this thing either. I'll take a closer look, but just from a quick scrub out of the major residual bits of debris that I can collect up really quickly, I didn't see any worms. So this material has a good amount of moisture to it. It'll be kind of nice for it to share some of the moisture that it has with the dry stuff that's right below it. But I mean, with that whole bottle going in right below that freshly added dry paper, plus all the moisture that this stuff's bringing in with it, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. I might not wait very long though before the next time I check in on this system, just because I wouldn't want to come back in here and find that maybe all that paper had sucked up all the moisture in the system and made everything uninhabitable for the worms or something. So just want to make sure everything's going good in here, but I think it's going to be a-okay. So this system actually got fed I think 5 days ago, so it really wasn't that long ago this population had just been fed. So I didn't come at this today with the intention of feeding these little guys. I just wanted to kind of bring closure to the whole thing of giving them a little extra room to roam. And I think we could definitely even give them more bedding at some point, but for now I'd like to see them break this stuff in make sure that this stuff takes on all the moisture that it needs to kind of gel with the rest of the bin, and then we'll start adding more and more bedding over time. So this looks pretty nice. Most of the worms were hanging out down where the food had been applied, and I kind of uncovered it there for a minute to give us a peek. But I figured I would just let them get back to what they were doing there, breaking down those yummy foods that they got last time. And man, that went so smoothly. I bet these little guys don't even realize that they just got upgraded. Alright, so all I'm really doing now is bringing everything back. The box already has the label on it representing the start date for when this population started into this batch of bedding. And if you think about it, what they really got today was just a massive boost to their bedding. And I don't even know I don't even know if I would label it in my tracking spreadsheet. It's not the sort of thing that I would normally track. I wish I had a little bit wider piece of plastic. Actually, you know what I do? So here we have a somewhat larger plastic bag. It usually does a nice job covering the entire surface of a container this size. So this is going to definitely help prevent any moisture that's in the system from escaping. It'll keep it in there nice and sealed in almost. A little bit of air flowing around the edges and around these little creases and openings is fine for a little bit of airflow. But I'd really like to see how things look in a few days after the moisture in here kind of levels out, just to make sure that I don't have to add a little bit more, and if I do I will. So that's pretty much it. We've now upgraded our African night crawlers into a nice big bin where they're going to have plenty of time, I guess, to keep going, because there's now tons of room in here to give them lots and lots of food and bedding. So alright everyone, that's pretty much all I got left to do here. Just got a couple things to clean up and put away, but I'm not going to waste your time with that because that's boring. Before I go though, really quick, let me just say thank you. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to leave me a thumbs up. That's always really appreciated. And if you haven't done so already, please also consider subscribing to the channel too. That's really appreciated as well. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. Have a great day.